Off on another adventure, are we?
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Kneazles in the farthest pen?
This way. The Kneazles are over here.
Oh, couple of Kneasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing. Oh.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Kneasels just as you did with Gerald. The Kneasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was all right, but honestly, I find the beast's unpredictability unnerving.
Wouldn't know it the way you handled them. You'll soon learn that properly controlled beasts can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Hey, over here. Come on.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
I'm not sure. What's this all about?
You'll see. I promise you have nothing to fear. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
Honestly, she was a bit intimidating.
She does have a rather stern brow, doesn't she? But look how well you put her at ease.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
You may be reading into it. Talking to people isn't a crime.
It's hard to explain, but something about it just feels wrong. I think I'm going to look into it, find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea. The poachers seem a dangerous lot.
They don't scare me. Besides, I'd do anything to keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Revelio. Revelio. It's like a place right out of a storybook. Revelio.
I hope to give my son the same kind of happy childhood.
Nice to see you again.
Likewise. What can I help you with today?
What do you have for sale?
What are we looking for today? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Nice to see you again.
Likewise. What can I help you with today?
I'd like to ask you a few things if you don't mind.
What would you like to know?
Would you mind telling me a little about Cambridge?
You've likely heard talk of the thieving troll that unfortunately settled in the area. Been terrorizing people. Robs all who pass by. So you'd be wise to remain vigilant whilst traveling near Cambridge. You would not want to come face to horrid face with that monstrous thing.
How did you come to live here in Cambridge?
I've only been here a few years. Used to sell my wares as I travelled. It was an exhausting life, but I never minded it. One day, my travels brought me through Cambridge. I fell in love. Though my travels continued, my heart remained here. So I eventually returned and opened this shop. Been here ever since. I shall live out my days here in Cambridge if I have any say in it, which I suppose I do.
What sorts of things do you sell?
Potions. I brew each one myself, using only the finest ingredients. I assure you, you won't find their equal anywhere, even in Hogsmeade.
Just having a look around, if that's all right.
Of course. Please, let me know if you find anything that interests you. And thank you for stopping by.
Revelio.
you. Your generosity helped me afford this rather exotic snake contraption. Very
Aloha, Mora. What do we have here? A demiguise. Revelio. Mine now, demiguise. Wonder who lives here. Aloha, Mora. Revelio. Revelio.
Я собирал эти письма. Ты сбросила, что ли? Что-то игра уже сначала багами пошла. Странно.
Revelio. Here we are. Mr. Weeks wasn't wrong about the mountain views.
If it isn't the fastest Ravenclaw.
Revelio. Hello, Imelda. So, another trial?
Of course it's another trial. And you'd better be taking part.
So, what? You finally scared everyone else away?
Oh, I have plenty of challengers. They're just not very good. No one sets records by wishing for them. And I need strong competition to stay on top of my game. Are you going to try to beat my flying record or not?
Strong competition? Could that have been a compliment, Imelda?
Go ahead, believe what you want. Makes no difference. Compliments make people soft. No one goes round telling me I did a fine job. Do I care? No. I say I'm the best, and that's all I need. So please, try to beat my record, 5th year, and don't be disappointed when you lose.
I'm ready to fly.
Finally, a decent challenge.
Чё меня притормозило вначале?
I'm getting the hang of this. Oh! Oh! Brilliant. Ah! Now that's more like it. I'd say that was acceptable. Ha-ha! Now that's more like it! Getting the hang of this. Made it! Oh, did anyone else see that?
You've improved, I must admit. That was a bloody good run. Be careful. Earn a reputation for talent around here, and some people get put out about it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes, well, I am. Anyway, you didn't do abysmally. I can't deny that. But you'll not have the same luck on the South Coast course.
You said your reputation for talent put some people out. Like whom?
If you must know, I've had to deal with jealousy from members of my own house. When we were first years, Nerida Roberts and I spent loads of time on our brooms, pledged to fly every day. As my skill on a broom grew, rapidly I might add, Nerida suddenly didn't have time for flying practice. I tried to give her pointers, but she didn't have the natural ability I did. Clearly, she was jealous. Poor thing spends all her time now dawdling by the lake, obsessed with merpeople. Won't even learn to swim. I refuse to downplay my talents to coddle someone else's fragile ego. Anyway, I need to ready the next course. Stop by when it's ready, if you can handle it.
We'll see, won't we? Till next time.
I half expected you to back down. Rest on your laurels. See you at the South Coast trial, if you don't lose your nerve. To race this course again, visit the podium with the leaderboard, where you can start the race and check your time.
Another successful flight. I should let Mr. Weeks know. Revelio. Revelio. I know what that means. Merlin trial. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Merlin himself would be proud. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
И зачем я открыл эту дверь? Ничего нету.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I'm not convinced you need to worry. Perhaps your uncle's been delayed, and surely he can take care of himself.
That's exactly what Professor Weasley said when she forbade me from leaving the grounds to look for him. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
Нет, наверное, не буду покупать. Не знаю.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping. Notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
Не знаю, потому что в ВК, наверное. Что-то неохота там что-то покупать в этом ВК.
I'd love to have a house in one of the nearby hamlets.
Одна игра на весь магазин, блин. Люди берут, не знаю.
Revelio.
Может быть, когда она появится в Стиме. Я не думаю, что они эксклюзив на вечно купили у разработчика, у издателя. Скорее всего, через годик, наверное, откроют доступ. А может, не откроют. Посмотрим, может, ВК на тот момент уже будет нормальный.
Revelio.
Да и тем более смысл, ну и буду я и стримить и играть. От этого зрителей больше не станет.
Could this be Mr. Oaks' campsite? Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead. Should I take them by force or be discreet? Revelio.
А, я тут был. Пытался жить, сломать. Пытался ту стенку сломать.
Revelio.
Never anything interesting around here.
Revelio.
Tell yourself, little moon calf, far from home, eh? Arrogant!
Leviosa! Expelliarmus!
Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Now to find out what happened here.
Я уже кнопки забыл. Какие жать-то?
Revelio. Mr. Oaks' trade journal.
Графон, да, я видел.
Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him.
Чуть за место. Какой-то замок разрушенный, и от него надо идти вдоль реки.
Revelio. Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo.
Купи лучше, тебе понравится. Ну, я не хочу покупать в ВК-плей.
Revelio.
Да, я видел, что там все круто сделали.
Revelio.
И RTX есть, и все дела. Оптимизация, говорят, хорошая даже на раннем билде. Куплинов ее снимает. Ну, пусть снимает. Что сделать? Ему-то ключ дали. Хотя, может, он также через этот... через геймпасс Xbox.
Revelio.
Время поменял просто. А, вот река, кстати.
Rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree.
Нужно искать кривое дерево. Окей. Это что, на восстановление?
Reparo. Revelio. Reparo.
Еще.
Revelio.
А теперь что, сломать?
Revelio.
А, нет, тут их 4.
Reparo.
That's that. Settled.
Revelio. Confringo.
This looks intriguing.
Revelio. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Revelio.
Как он сказал? Дерево искать какое-то. А вон оно впереди.
Revelio.
Наверное, вот это место.
Sometimes I do wonder if your eyes are still in your head. I really do.
Revelio.
I heard something. This isn't a fair fight!
Expelliarmus.
You dare slay one of my own? You no one hides from me! I'll spot you like a streamer!
Revelio.
Да, потерял меня.
I know your face now! You shan't evade me again! When the clouds lifted up, what was that? It seems we may have an intruder in our midst.
Да, иди проверь.
What's this?
Заряд.
Thought we'd be... Huh?
Levioso.
You're the...
It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts. Revelio. Revelio. Window. Glacius. Arresto momentum. Also. Confringo. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Glacius. Defendo. Depulso. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio. Glacius. Depulso. Defendo. Arresto momentum. Revelio.
Нет, это не то место. Вдоль реки. А, вот дерево, кстати, какое-то. Что-то оно. Там было наверх.
Revelio.
Где еще? Ага.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Revelio.
Так, где остальная чаша? Ага, вижу.
Confringo.
Ага.
Not so tricky after all. Revelio. Revelio.
Мне кажется, это тут.
Revelio.
Хотя я могу ошибаться. Блин, там санные волки.
What do we have here?
Да, это тут.
Revelio. Trevicus Totalis. Revelio.
Goblins will finally rule over wizards.
Об землю ударить.
Oh! Call that spellcasting!
Ни хрена ты мощный, парень.
Defendo.
Too slow.
Confringo. Arresto Momentum.
You're weak, human.
Levioso.
Nice try.
Щит пробить.
Ha! Get accustomed to that.
Confringo. Defendo.
Get away.
Glacius.
This is
Arresto
almost
Momentum.
too easy.
Cabalso. Descendo. Confringo. Levioso. Expelliarmus.
Best the likes of me.
Repulso. Descendo. Levioso. Expelliarmus.
Замедлить.
Oh, you think you're so clever. Stop avoiding me.
Arresto Momentum.
Almost.
Валя.
Your acrobatics will
А он умер. Нет, он не умер.
Oh, you think you're so clever. Stop avoiding me.
Arresto Momentum. Levioso.
Do you think this is funny?
Traces. Descendo.
Get away with that.
Ничего не засчитали.
Revelio.
What's that? Who's there? We'll reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Ударить прыгающего командира об землю. Что за странников?
Revelio.
Непонятно. А, это что, подняться?
Revelio. I may have more luck higher up in the keep. This looks like trouble.
Levioso!
Leviosa. Leviosa. Revelio.
Замедлить.
Arrest them.
Что-то не помогло, и что не засчиталось? Дуэльные уловки. Это же вроде замедление. Странный у меня сетап.
Any who oppose Ranrock will be eliminated.
Leviosa. Listen. Arrest them.
Confringo!
Revelio. Revelio. This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me. Leviosa. Please.
Arresto momentum. Descendo. Pulso. Take him. Pulso. Descendo.
Иди ты.
Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso. Revelio. Lumos. Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Levioso. Arresto Momentum. Glacius.
It's the student from the town.
Expelliarmus. Revelio.
How nice of you. Missed me.
Depulso. Descendo. Accio. Glacius. Arresto Momentum. Levioso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Depulso. Revelio. Levioso. Glacius. Arresto Momentum. Expelliarmus. Defender. Lumos. Descendo. Depulso. This castle's hiding. Revelio.
И чё, здесь один ящик был? Класс.
Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo. Depulso. Protego. Descendo. Accio. Glacius. Levioso. Arresto Momentum. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Descendo. Glacius. Arresto Momentum. Levioso. Glacius. Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Levioso. Glacius. Arresto Momentum. Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Levioso. Glacius. Arresto Momentum. Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Что за подкаты?
Descendo.
Охренеть, ты же.
Depulso.
Ни хрена, он еще и телепортируется.
Accio. Levioso. Glacius. Arresto Momentum. Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Да ты вообще жестко.
Descendo. Depulso. Glacius. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Incendio. Descendo. Impulso. Accio. Levioso. Glacius. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Mindo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Rest easy, my lord.
Что происходит?
I don't like the looks of that encampment.
Козявки. Че это? Он об дерево падает. Че за прикол? Он скатывается здесь, как будто здесь склон какой-то. Класс. Я думаю, что с ним происходит? Почему он падает? Классная игра. Тут деревяшку, видать.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso. Revelio. Revelio. Glacius. Arresto momentum. Defendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. That was meant for me. Also. Easily done. Levioso. Glacius. Arresto momentum. Defendo. You only have Ranrock to blame. Revelio. What went up? Levioso. Revelio. What will we find in here? Revelio.
Капец, 120 FPS.
Revelio.
It's punishment to us all to have that miserable human around. What's that? Who's there? Been on patrol so long I'm hearing. Why am I always on patrol?
One less human to worry about.
Accio. Arresto momentum. Levioso. Glacius. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Defendo. It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on. Revelio.
Он помер от того, что я ударил его об землю.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Lumos.
You haven't had much.
It's Totalis. You've one less follower, Ranrock. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Что он нас забирает? Стрелы, как я заберу.
Lumos. Revelio.
A human's word is worthless. This prisoner owes us the metal we were promised. When the war is over, goblins will rule over wizards at last.
Arrest them. Leviosa.
What are you doing? What have you done?
Expelliarmus. Incendio. Defendo.
Right about as well as a pup.
Protego. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Pulsar. Lumos. Descendo. Accio. Places. Arresto Memento. Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Arresto Momentum. Leviosa.
Who do you think you are?
Descendo. Depulso.
Is that the best you can do? That student defeated our encampment in the tower.
Leviosa. Arresto Momentum. Glacis.
You won't be able to.
Defendo.
We're dying, are we?
Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Glacis. Leviosa.
I won't rest until it's dead.
Glacis. Arresto Momentum. Leviosa. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
No!
Confringo. Descendo. Depulso.
When are you going to give up?
Accio. Glacis. Arresto Momentum. Expelliarmus!
I shall have been.
Incendio! Accio! Descendo! Depulso!
You don't believe you can defeat me, do you? You won't get away with that.
Ой, да ладно. Вот так надо было делать. Окей.
Too late for you. Revelio.
Ящик снаряжения. Пройдите личное снаряжение. Чё? Шмоток набрал. Блин, тут нет никаких способностей на вещах.
Incendio. A boiler door. How to open it? Revelio. Expelliarmus! Incendio! Revelio! Revelio.
А у меня места нет. Наверное, придется что-то разобрать. Две одинаковые шапки.
Revelio.
nothing over. He'll learn his lesson after being locked away. You can count on that. Not quite enough.
Protego!
Ah, the move of a coward.
Leviosa! Glacius! Resto Defendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Descendo! Corso! Revelio!
Нифига, кровать развалили.
Revelio!
Умный экран, серьезно.
Revelio!
Опять лут вернулся, чё? А, я не лутал здесь.
Arrest them, remember.
Come up here and fight me!
Defender! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Descendo! Repulsor! Revelio!
Ну, я, походу, нашел его. А там что? Поговорить, чем
Revelio! Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
I need to find Mr. Oakes' wand. Where could it be?
Конечно, за дверью.
One way or another, we'll get what we're owed.
Revelio!
Квадратики. Ну, починилось.
Brother who works at Green Dots. Couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk all day.
Revelio.
No, I mean it. I don't think I shall need to eat again till next week.
палочка.
This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free. Expelliarmus.
Confringo. Incendio. Descendo. Repulsor. Accio. Levioso. Glacius.
Revelio.
И чё? И ушли такие. Ох ты.
Levioso. Glacius. That's the Defendo.
You are but bone in the truly.
Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Impressed?
Confringo. Descendo.
I won't rest. Stop it! Such a coward. One less human.
Levioso. Arrest the
Seems your heart isn't in this at all.
Defendo.
Anyone have any?
Incendio. Descendo. Accio.
You can't stop us.
Descendo.
Да, идите вы в баню.
Levioso. Glacius. Arrest the momentum.
Такие же.
Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Descendo. Repulsor. Levioso. Glacius. Arrest the momentum. Defendo. Confringo.
Was that your best?
Repulsor.
Not quite.
Descendo.
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Arrest the momentum. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Descendo.
Chill spells glance off of me.
Accio. Levioso. Glacius. Reparo.
Frozen to the bone.
Incendio. Defendo.
Опять они так заполнены.
Revelio.
А чё, я не забрал палочку? Забрал его. Опять инвентарь заполнен. И он взял предмет, да? Ну, засчитано как взял, наверное. Зеленый 59, нифига.
Revelio. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo. Incendio. Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Levioso. Glacius. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Revelio.
Она же ломаться должна.
Confringo.
Наверное, какая-нибудь бомбарда нужна.
Revelio.
Или бочка.
Confringo.
Я все бочки убил уже.
Revelio.
Пока они не вернулись, они уже все. Они уже кончились. Странно, почему я не могу открыть? Уж реально бомба.
Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio.
Что? Чё? Открылась. Магия. О, сама открылась. Что за бред? Это баг был? Он был просто подождать. А что до этого не открывалось? А, я, наверное, близко не подошел. Хотя я ползал с невидимкой. Ничего не открывалось. Ладно. На, держи свою палку.
You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblin stole every Knut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Revelio.
Он стоял у стены. Господи, что с игрой? Он портанулся, потом здесь появился и исчез. Круто. А чё мне там задание вернулся? Нет.
Revelio. Lumos.
Что-то с тенями какая-то странная хрень.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Так, это что за дверь? А, я тут все полутал. Еще я появлюсь, а там враги. Нет врагов.
Revelio.
Походу нет. А что, задание скипнулось? Типа, там... доложить, что я справился. Моя награда где? Подожди, я же... А, надо ему отдать их. То, что я их собрал, это не значит, что я выполнил.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Retiring to the countryside was the best. Back from your latest flight. I want to hear all the particulars.
Я же собирал это.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your upgrade, I was able to set a new record at the Irondale course.
Brilliant! I knew the upgrade had fantastic potential. How did your broom feel?
It rides well. Does get a tad shaky at top speed, and the handle wobbles a bit when I hit a strong gust of wind.
Ah, yes. I see. I think I know how to address that. Thank you. I owe you one.
If it means another upgrade, the pleasure's all mine.
You sound as determined as I am to improve broom flight. It's a joy to have a collaborator like yourself. If I'm right, and I do hope I am, you'll be hearing good news from me soon. Thank you again, truly. What are we looking for today?
Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Revelio.
Еще какое-то задание было здесь. В 3 метлах. Так. 3 метлы надо зайти. А, блин, я палочки не под... Почему она исчезает? Палочку надо было посмотреть, что написано на ней было. Ладно, хрен с ней.
Cheeky tourists wandering around the place.
Glad you came.
From those lucky enough to have a wish.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
Кого?
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ramrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. And I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion, an ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Revelio.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
I can certainly try and find some for you.
That would be wonderful. I'm worried about the travelling vendors and would love to get them more Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
Revelio.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Can't figure out why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough dumb beasts for everyone. Now, where did I set mine? Be it upon your heads when our expectations take flight. Someone get me down!
Blaze, arrest them. Confringo.
Revelio.
As if we do nothing but spend our days.
Revelio.
Better have a look around. See about the Horklums and the box of letters.
Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo. Incendio.
That's all the Horklums for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Confringo. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or
Descendo! Repulsor! Accio! Levioso! Glacius! Arresto Momentum! Protego! Confringo! Defendo! Expelliarmus! Repulsor! Accio! Descendo! Arresto Momentum! Glacius! Levioso! Glacius!
Confringo!
Protego! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Descendo! Repulsor! Accio! Levioso! Glacius! Arresto Momentum! Levioso! Defendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Descendo! Repulsor! Accio! Levioso! Glacius! Places. Repulsor. Levioso. Places. Arresto momentum.
Да какого хрена?
Levioso. Confringo. Defender. Incendio.
Где ты издеваешься?
Confringo. Places. Defender. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Sendo. Repulso.
Да как ты меня достаешь?
Levioso. Glacius. Arresto momentum. Levioso. Defender. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Sendo. Balso. Accio. Levioso. Glacius. Arresto momentum. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Defendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Repulso. Arresto momentum. Glacius. Defender. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Repulso. Glacius. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo. Sendo. Repulso. Glacius. Levioso. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Repulso. Descendo. Accio. Levioso. Glacius. Arresto momentum. Defendo. Confringo.
Вперед кончился. Наконец.
That was a close one.
Какой ужас. Все аптечки потратил.
Revelio.
Так, а там что?
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
серьезно. Задание. А, я цветок собрал, который мне нужен для рецепта.
Confringo! Revelio. Revelio.
Белки тут шарахаются. Это, письма.
Revelio.
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back. This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Revelio. Revelio.
I should find Mrs. Sprottle. She'll be glad to get these hawk lumps. Petrificus totalis.
Revelio.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some hawk lumps for you, and I found Sirona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion. And Sirona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is! Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw. We could have cheered them on together.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Mine now, Demi guys.
Revelio. Revelio.
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business, just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
I can see why he said that. You do seem angry.
Of course I'm angry now, in large part due to his absurd overreaction to what is simply passion for my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit, and I can get my business going minus any competition.
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing 2 snidgets with 1 stone.
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train venomous tentacula, create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
I'll get the venomous tentacula for you.
Marvelous. I know a fellow seeker of justice when I see one. Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Revelio.
Seems I need to find Mr. Lawley's cellar. This must be it. This must be the cellar. Now to find that venomous tentacula.
Revelio.
Убивать нельзя, да, наверное, никого.
Better not let Mr. Lawley see me. Revelio.
А ты залутать не хочешь это? Лут, возьми.
Revelio.
Нельзя. Ну, ко мне идет. Ты чё, чел?
Revelio. Where is that venomous tentacula? Hello, Hamora. Revelio.
Вот оно. Еба. Пауки. Нормально у него тут. Ничего не смущает. Попасть в горящего паука, чтобы...
Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Охренеть.
Defender. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Не понял.
Pulsar. Descendo. Accio. Levioso. Glacius. Arresto Momentum. Defendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. So many Glacius. Arresto Momentum. Levioso. Levioso. Glacius. Levioso. Revelio. Glacius. Levioso. Arresto Momentum. Confringo. Findo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Revelio.
Я аптечки сюда просрал. Надо аптечки сделать. Как ящик золотой.
Accio. Revelio.
А, там лесенка.
Incendio. Revelio.
Now that I have the venomous tentacula, I should return to Mr. Barnes. Revelio. Revelio.
А, поэтому мне дверь надо было открыть, чтобы... И он сюда идет. Идеально. Деньги не берутся.
Completed that errand for me yet?
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
It wasn't as easy to come by as I had expected. I'd like to be paid for my troubles.
Only fair, I suppose. I can respect your business acumen. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Thank you again for your help. I suspect you have a bright future.
Перчатки дал. И 500 монет. Это почему-то осталось.
Revelio.
You're back. Nice to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. What are we looking for today?
Заранее показать, что оно красное. Это тоже. Сейчас проверим.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Deke. Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howin said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area. So, perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along, then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
Нет, значит, там ошибка была. Ну, типа, неправильно показывать стрелочки. Блин, а здесь этот есть. Эти получше, конечно. Я что-то цветками этими не пользуюсь. Блин, тут 52, 51, но в принципе разницы нет. Тут есть дополнительный эффект есть. Надо было продать эту маску.
Revelio. Revelio.
Так, у меня уже растения были. Да подожди, не то. А, можно же переключаться, что это я туплю. Я забыл, что стрелка есть.
Revelio.
Там для заданий, по-моему, что-то приготовить надо было, нет? А, вот, я нашел этот, то, что нужно было по заданию, и теперь нужно просто использовать 3 этих растениях в бою. Вот это вот. По 2 за раз дает или что, или нет? Нет, одна бутылочка.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogwarts?